So I went grocery shopping. I get home. I live by myself. I have 4 bags of groceries, a mop, and laundry detergent. 4 bags of groceries, a mop, laundry detergent. I seen with my 4 eyes 2 men. They didn't even have the decency to ask me, hey, can we help you take these to your door? I'm struggling, fighting for my life.
I'm fighting for my life.
Then I forgot to take the keys out, trying to find my key fob to open the door. They didn't even have the decency to open the door. They're watching me through a glass door. Scrambling through my bag to find my house keys. And you couldn't even ask me if I needed help with my 4 bags of groceries, laundry detergent, and a mop? You can ask? Like what? Again, 4 bags of groceries.
All right, I can't take anymore. We get it. 4 bags of groceries, a mop, and some laundry detergent. Okay, we got it. Now, I do want to say, if I'm there and I'm in that situation, I'm most likely going to ask her, do she need a hand? That's just how I am. But like I always say, you got to be careful what you ask for because you just might get it. And right now, it seems like y'all ladies are getting it because everywhere you go, these men are falling back. Now, I want to say this could be as simple as those men are just honoring your wishes to be a strong, independent woman. If you are one or not, it doesn't matter. They're still going to honor those wishes. But there are some other circumstances that could have caused this situation. Those men could have wanted to come out and help you, but in a lot of situations that could have went wrong. They could have been accused of doing something that they weren't even doing. So a lot of men are falling back for that reason. Now, you did say you were at home, so I'm taking it that these guys live near you. Now, if you have been mean to these men, that could cause those men to let you struggle too. But the bottom line is when you went to the store to get that stuff, you knew you were going to have to bring it in the house. So there's no reason to come online complaining because you had to bring it in the house. Those men or any other strange man don't owe you anything, lady. I hate to tell you that, but they don't. I always say back in the days, men felt they had to get up and do something about it when they saw them struggling. But times have changed, the women have changed, and so did the men. But I do got some advice for you. Next time you need some groceries or just a couple things for the house, have it delivered. This way you don't have to worry about carrying it to your door. I'm just trying to help you out. And I want to just say this. The reason men move the way they move is based on how women been moving over the last 30, 40, 50 years. They started something and they really didn't think it out, and these are the results of it. I say all that to say, y'all started this mess, and men ain't doing nothing but responding to it. So in the words of Little John,
Kendra, would you really, I asked yourself, would you really want a man with kids?
Linda, here's the deal, and I say this respectfully so. You're describing a person who you are. You are a person with 2 kids, so you wouldn't date yourself.
I mean, I would date a man with, but I would prefer a man with no kids. Like, I would prefer a man with no kids who would accept mine.
y'all killing me with this. The fact that she came on that show and said that out loud is amazing to me. This hypocritical garbage that you women be doing, it has to stop. We have no chance of fixing whatever we got going on out here until we get rid of that garbage right there.
I don't need a man to open doors for me, but I wouldn't date a man who doesn't.
What?
I don't need a man to buy me flowers, but I wouldn't date a man who doesn't.
Huh?
I don't need a man to compliment me, but I wouldn't date a man who doesn't.
What?
I don't need a man to protect me, but I wouldn't date a man who doesn't.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't need a man to lead, but I wouldn't date a man who doesn't.
Wait a damn minute.
I don't need a man to provide, but I wouldn't date a man that doesn't.
You's a dummy!
There is nothing worse than a dumb person trying to sound smart. Lady, the definition of the word need is require something because it is essential or very important. So do you understand that means you need those things? If you're saying you will not deal with a man without it, you need them. Stop trying to sound like a psychologist because you sound like an idiot.
Society has bullied women into babying men. And I disapprove. I completely disapprove. Oh, but a man has needs. I could care less about what a man needs. I have needs. My mom has needs. Tokyo Tony's children in Uganda have needs. What makes a man so special? Could care less, sweetie.
This lady is correct. These women should not have to care about our needs. And she's also correct about the fact that they shouldn't have to treat us like babies. That's not fair to them. I don't think it's fair to ask anybody to treat you like a baby or a child.
Your man pays for everything. He pays for everything. Bills, dinner, everything.
I want you to spend your money. I don't want to spend my money because why should I have to spend my money?
Do I look like I would go 50-50 on bills?
That's interesting. Who else outside of pets would expect to live in a home without paying for anything? No food, no mortgage, no rent, nothing. And then throw a temper tantrum at the thought of them spending their own money on something that's beneficial to them. Who would do that? Oh, that's right. Babies, children. And that's right. You guessed it. Women. That's who would do that. So if you believe women are being bullied into babying men, just know men are being bullied to baby y'all too. I'm just saying.
When it comes to men, you want to make their lives more enjoyable. You should be making their lives more meaningful even. But no matter what, whatever you do, do not make their lives easier. Do not make their lives more simple. Do not try to make their lives easier, okay? And I know this is kind of like counterintuitive because as women, like we're just so nurturing and we just want to like help people, you know, like we want to make people's lives easier. And I don't know, especially if you're like an oldest daughter, like you want to like get in there and you want to help. This doesn't work with men, okay? Because two reasons. Number one, they don't speak that same language as us, okay? Like they won't appreciate when you're bending over backwards for them. And even if it does like make their life easier and they're like, oh, that's nice, what it's actually going to ultimately do is make them more lazy. They're going to get used to you bending over backwards and you putting in the extra effort, and their immediate instinct is, oh, okay, she's got this. That's going to make you resentful in the long run, and that's going to make him lazy in the long run. And it's a cycle. You're going to get more resentful and you're going to start being a bitch, and then we all know how it ends. So what do I mean when I say like make his life more meaningful, make his life more enjoyable even? Give him to do. Give that man to do. It's the exact opposite of making his life easier. When you are giving him things to do, when you are giving him a job, this doesn't mean like nag at him and like constantly tell him what to do. It just means like give him purpose. This is why it works so well when you're like, oh my gosh, like I have no idea how to hang this painting in my room. I have no idea how to hang these shelves in my kitchen. Like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? He's immediate, like if he gives even the smallest ounce of about you, he will immediately jump up and be like, let me do that. Because men, they thrive off of testosterone and cortisol. Men can handle a lot more cortisol than women can. And for them, it's actually like a good thing because it gets them moving. So when you give him something to do, when you give him a reason to like get up off his butt, it's actually going to make him like you more. But when you're constantly doing everything for him, all you want to do is make his life easier, he's going to get complacent. And that's actually not good for you because you're going to get resentful. And it's actually not good for him either because he's not going to feel like a man that is like big and strong and you need him. And that is really the only relationship advice you'll ever need.
Now, I never give out financial advice on this channel, but I am today. If I was you fellas, if you have a little extra money, go invest in some cat stuff. I don't care what it is. Cat food, cat supplies, cat toys, whatever it is, cat store. Go invest in that, because after listening to some of these women, the cat world is going to be booming, okay? It's going to be booming. But I'm going to go along with this for a second, okay? She's telling women to not make the man's life easier because she believes it's going to make him lazy. And because he's now lazy, she's going to have to do everything and she's going to resent him. And that's going to ruin the relationship. So that's her theory. And she says it's because men need to be doing something for them to be happy. They need to have purpose. Now, there is some truth to a man needing to find his purpose, but she is telling the wives to not let him sit at home and relax and watch TV. Make sure he's busy. Make sure he's just moving around, fixing stuff, doing stuff, because that's going to make him like her more. It doesn't matter if he's worked 12 hours and the only thing he thought about the whole day was coming home, having a beer and sitting on the couch with the AC on and just relaxing. That doesn't matter. Give him stuff to do so he feels like he's important. Now, this is my main issue with what she is saying. If he's out working a job, paying the bills, making sure everything is taken care of so you don't have to do it, isn't he making your life easier? Isn't that what's happening? She even said if you do something nice for him, after a while, he's going to just say, she's got it. Well, isn't that what people do? Isn't that how relationships work? Because women do it too. If we're in a relationship and I'm always taking out the garbage and you see the garbage has to go out, you're probably going to walk right by and say, he's got it. Because that's what I do. If we're going somewhere and you get to the car and stand there until I come open the door, you are basically saying he's got it, because that's what I do. I'm not going to start resenting you for that. We are supposed to do nice things for each other. And if that person is your favorite word, y'all love saying this, if that person is consistent, that should be a good thing. But I guess she's saying women can expect consistency intimacy, but a man can't. Maybe what she is trying to say is a lot of independent women, when they get in a relationship, they don't let the man help her with anything because she's so used to doing it herself. If she is saying that, I understand that. But to tell these women to go out and make him do stuff when he's just relaxing on his day off or make his life harder is insane. Now, if something is going on and she needs help with it, like in her example, hanging a picture or just whatever, that's understandable. No one's saying your wife shouldn't ask you to do stuff. But to find stuff to give him just so he can have stuff to do, that's the part that's crazy to me. For whatever reason, y'all don't think men know how to entertain themselves. Men have stuff to do. You think he'd rather be hanging pictures with you all day or out playing golf with his friends? You think he'd rather be at home cleaning out the shed with you or watching the game with his homeboys? You don't think he'll rather be sitting home relaxing, just watching TV over putting together that 2,000 piece cabinet you bought from IKEA that's going to take him 72 hours? You think he'd rather do that? If a man is taking care of his home, doing the things he needs to do, he doesn't need you to step in and add more stuff to it. Back in the days, you know what we called that? A ball and chain. That's what we called that, an old ball and chain, because she's always got something for you to do. This is why I always say y'all don't understand men the way y'all think y'all do. So going back to your original point, make sure his life isn't easy. I'm here to tell you, women, if you believe going out there trying to make your man's life harder by asking him to do stuff, never letting him rest, never letting him just enjoy time, doing what he want to do, if you think that is going to hold your man, you are mistaken. There are some men out there where if you do a couple things for them, they will sit back and don't do anything. But that is not all men. The same way, there are women out there who, if you pay all the bills, make sure the cars are all taken care of, they will get lazy. But there's other women out there, they know what to do in that situation. The same way there are men out here who know what to do too. They don't take you for granted. They appreciate you because you make their lives easier. And because that person is trying to make their lives easier, they want to turn around and make that person's life easier. That's the way it should work. And to be honest with you, the reason why a lot of women start resenting the man has nothing to do with you doing everything for him. In a lot of these situations, you women believe you're doing everything for him and he's doing nothing for you. And this is because a lot of women, not all, don't count the things that a man is doing around that house. They don't count the fact that he's working 12 hours a day to pay the bill. They don't count the fact that he's taking out the trash or he's cutting the grass or he's cleaning the gutters or fixing the sink or the toilet when that breaks down. They don't count none of that as doing something because it doesn't affect them directly. A lot of them stop appreciating that stuff. And because of that, they start resenting it, man, because they're like, he's not doing anything. No, man, it's because you don't feel like he's doing anything for you. And this is why a lot of women end up leaving their marriages, because it's all about them. This is why you can't pay attention to women like this. I swear, you women just say stuff with no proof or nothing. Y'all just talk about stuff and y'all just keep leading these women right off a cliff because you know they listen to it. Because they don't listen to stuff that we say, they listen to y'all stuff. So it's just so sad to me. But anyway, leave your thoughts on the video. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.